So hi guys, thank you so much for joining this webinar. My name is Kenzie and I am the Manager of Audience Engagement for Marketplace, and joining me here is my colleague Melissa, who is also Manager of Audience Engagement. And we are really excited to have finally launched our virtual platform Marketplace. We created this virtual platform in order to give buyers and exhibitors the chance to connect virtually without having to step foot on a trade show floor. So like I said, we're super excited about it. We're really happy that you guys are joining us through this new journey of virtual things. And we hope that you guys enjoy it as much as we have. So today we're going to walk you through just a couple tips on what you should expect in the platform and how to get started. And I just want to say that if you have any questions at all throughout this webinar, you can go ahead and ask that question in the Q&A below. And we will address those questions as soon as we can. And also don't worry if you have to hop off early or anything like that, because this session is being recorded for you guys to watch later. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly share my screen to show you what the first tip is. So tip number one is going to be how to thoroughly fill out your profile. So I'm going to go ahead and pass this off to Melissa, and she is going to show you how to do that.
Thank you, Kenzie. So I'm going to start by showing you how to log into the platform. So when you first get your credentials, you'll be brought to this page, and we're just going to add my email. And then also sent in your email is going to be your reg or badge ID. And I'm going to add that in here now. Now, once I claim my account, it's going to ask me to create a new password, something that I'll remember easily. So I'm just going to create a password really quickly. And then this is something that I'll remember. It doesn't get shared with anyone, whereas we have access to your Reg ID. Once you claim your account, it is entirely yours. So I'm just going to hit create account. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to complete my profile. So when you first log in, a box is going to pop up, and it's going to ask you a few questions that will help the AI first give you recommendations, but it will also give the exhibitors as well as us a chance to get to know you and kind of who you are. So the first question is, what's your primary business? I can select as many of these as I'd like. I'm just going to select a few, and then I'm going to do the categories that I'm interested in. So I know in particular I'm interested in food. I'm also definitely interested in novelty and trends. Although I may sell apparel or decor or games, I'm not actively sourcing that right now. So I'm not going to put it in because I want to make sure that I get the most out of this platform. I can always go in and update and change any of those things. But for right now, I'm definitely interested in food and souvenirs. So I'm going to hit update. Membership type, I'm part of a museum store association, so I'm going to update that. And then event attending. So this is just an opportunity for the exhibitors as well as for us to know what shows that you attend. If an exhibitor wanted to search the buyers of a particular show, they can do that here. So I'm going to Smoky. I've been to Grand Strand before. I've also been to Las Vegas Souvenirs, so I'm going to update all of that. If I wanted to add my LinkedIn profile, I could do that here. It's just your LinkedIn URL, as well as my website to my website, so that way the exhibitors as well as us can get to know you a little bit more. Budget, this is something that is hidden from the exhibitor, so you don't have to worry about any information going out there. It's just so that we know who is active in the platform and kind of what their budget may be. So I actually don't want to answer this question, so I'm going to say I prefer not to answer. And then mobile phone number, again, this is for us. It does not get shared through the platform. It's just if we wanted to get in contact with you, get in touch with you, we could do so. And then number of locations. So I don't actually have a storefront, so I'm gonna put that here. Once I fill out all of these questions, I'm just gonna hit next. And then the next question is, it's just the data consents, which allows the AI to kind of analyze my profile and match me and recommend certain exhibitors. So then I get brought into the homepage for Marketplace. The one thing I want to show you is that if you think that you answered any of the questions incorrectly when you first logged in, you can go back and answer all of those questions under your profile. So I can add a headshot if I wanted to. I can also update my name. I am going to add a headline. So typically your headline is going to be your job title at your company name. So I'm a manager of audience engagement at Clarion Events. I also want to put that here as well. And the reason why I want to do this is your headline is shown on your profile page. However, your job title and your company are not, but exhibitors do have the option to search based off of certain job titles if they wanted to. I'm also going to put in my location. I'm going to double check. You know what? I decided even though I didn't put food or souvenirs, I am actively sourcing holiday and seasonal right now. I forgot that. So I'm going to go in and put that back into my profile and click edit. And then if I wanted to write a quick summary or a bio, or I had a bio that was on my web page, I could add that in here, and then I would hit save. The only other thing that I'd want to mention in terms of your profile is managing your availability. So to manage your availability, you just click manage my availability, and this shows all of the meeting times that are available in the platform. So today, I know I'm busy from 4 o'clock on. So I'm going to mark those times as busy, so that way an exhibitor can't schedule a meeting with me because it's blocked off on my calendar. Every week, the next week's days will be added here. So it is worth going in here and editing it. If you know you're going to be unavailable for a whole day, you can put that here. If you know every day at noon I'm not available, it is my time to have my lunch, you can put that here. That's something that you're able to do. Keep in mind though that even if you forget to manage your availability and someone sends you a meeting request, you can always suggest a new time, so you're not locked into that one time that someone suggests and requests a meeting with. So that's pretty much it in terms of the profile. I'm going to send it back to Kenzie because she's going to go over how to search for exhibitors as well as products. So I'm going to send it back over to you, Kenzie.
Awesome. Thank you, Melissa. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again. So tip number 2 is going to be how to explore your recommendations and network. So after you have completely filled out your profile, this is what the homepage is going to look like. You'll see that there's a session happening now, which is the one that we are currently in. Anytime there's a live stream happening, it will show here on the homepage, and you can watch the live stream there. So how to explore your recommendations would be just click on this network icon here, which is going to be the last list on the homepage. Network means the recommended for you list. So basically how the platform works is that criteria that you filled out in your profile, we actually use that information to match you with exhibitors that we think would be of interest to you based off of their criteria. So it's really important that you at least check out the recommended for you page pretty often, because it's going to be changing. The more actions you take, the better recommendations the platform is going to generate for you. So I clicked on network and it looks like I have a list of exhibitors and exhibitor representatives that are that would be of interest to me. From here, I can go ahead and click on them to learn a little bit more about them. I'm gonna click on Tabitha. It looks like Tabitha is the owner of Twisted Lane Candles, so I can go ahead and click on that company name, learn more about it, and then from here, I can mark them as interested or skip them. So it's really important to engage with your recommended for you list, again, because the more actions you take, the better recommendations the platform is going to generate for you. So if I skip this, then the platform might know not to give me recommendations for similar companies in the future. So that is really how you use the recommended for you page. Again, you can just go ahead and show interest right from the page. You can also skip them or request a meeting. So let's go on to our next slide because I think this goes right into our next tip. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, so here is where, so after you have checked out your recommended for you page and established connections from there, the next thing that you're able to do is search for specific products and companies. So in order to do that, in order to search for specific products, just click on this products list on the home page. And then from here, you're able to filter by all of this criteria, such as product categories provided. You can either search by top results or go alphabetically. Once you're done, click apply. You can also search by product type provided and whether they are new for 2020 or not. So once you have filled out all of those filters of what you're interested in, you'll be left with a list of products that would be of interest to you. And from here, you can go ahead and click on one, learn a little bit more about it. It looks like there's a website where I can find this product. There's a summary. I can view the photo of the product a little bit larger. And then from here, I can go ahead and click on the exhibiting company to learn more about the company and also view all the other products that they offer. And all of these product images are clickable. So if one of them catches your eye, you can go ahead and click on it and learn more about that product as well. Now, if this company looks promising to you, I highly recommend marking them as interested. Again, the more actions you take in the platform, the better the recommendations will be. And also, you can go ahead and send that exhibiting company a message. Say you have a question about pricing on one of the products, or you want them to send you their line sheet, or you just have a question in general, you can go ahead and click on message and type the message here in the chat box. You can also go ahead and request a meeting on the right-hand side by clicking on the date that you'd like to meet, the time that you're available. The location is always going to be virtual meeting room, and then you can type a personal message and hit send, and that sends the meeting request. So that's kind of how you navigate how to search on products and then finding the exhibitor from there. But you can also search by the exhibitor showrooms. So in order to do that, just click on exhibitor showrooms here under event agenda. You're able to search by product categories provided, product type provided, and event attending. Once you fill those out, you'll be left with a list of exhibitors that fit your criteria. So I'm going to click on this exhibitor, Belvedere. This is a great example of a showroom. It looks like they have a video here that you can actually click and watch right then and there in the platform because it is embedded. So once you've watched the video, if there is one, again, you can learn more by scrolling down and looking at details, and click show more to see all of the products that they offer. And again, you can send them a message or request a meeting with them. Now, after you have requested a meeting with them, that will show up under my schedule on the left-hand side. So if I did have any upcoming meetings, that would show here. And then you'll also be able to check there to see if that exhibitor has accepted that meeting or not. Also, one other thing I wanted to point out, you can search by certain products by typing in a keyword here at the upper left. So if I'm really interested in, let's say, a picture frame, I can just type in frame, and then all of the picture frames available, including sunglasses frames, will show up here. So definitely recommend using this as well if you don't want to go through all of the filters and scrolling through all of the other things. You can just go ahead and do an easy search on the top left of the page. Okay, and let's see what our next tip is. Okay, so our next tip is going to be discovering the event agenda, and I'm going to pass it back off to Melissa to show you that.
Perfect, thank you. All right, so I'm just going to share my screen again. So here I am back on the homepage. You have a couple of ways that you're able to get to the event agenda. You can get there by clicking this block here on the main homepage, but you can also get it by clicking the link over here. So I'm going to click on the event agenda, and this is going to show all of the sessions that we have coming up. Any of the past sessions would be, you could just scroll up to view. But so right now we have this session, our top 5 tips. But then next week we have 2 of the live appointments. We also have an education session. So this is the full agenda essentially. What's great is you can actually sort by the different tracks. So we have 3 tracks. We have the live demo appointments, which are going to be those exhibitor sessions where they're going to go through their product lines. So we have a few of those signed up. Next week we have Jackie Gallagher, and then we have Souvenir Avanti. And then say I just wanted to sort by the educational sessions, I can do so by clicking here. And I see that the next one we have is next week, and it's just-in-time production. So I know I want to add this to my schedule. I want to block it off on my calendar, so I'm going to click Add to Schedule. What this does is it adds to my schedule. It also will send me a reminder 10 minutes before the session to my email so that I can log in and watch the live stream. I'm going to go back to the agenda. And scrolling through here, if I wanted to, I know I want to watch Eagle Products, their live demo. Even though it's at the end of October, I want to add this to my schedule. Since Eagle Products is sponsoring this session, I can actually go directly to their showroom page by clicking that link. I'm going to go back to the event agenda. Have a few more education sessions. So this is the event agenda, and we highly recommend going in here and adding the sessions that you want to watch to your event agenda. Even if you think that you may not be available to attend the live session, I highly recommend going in and adding it to your schedule. That way you'll get the reminder, but you'll also be able to see the recording. So just like with this session that Kenzie and I are doing today, the recording will be available in this session, and I'll be able to watch the recording here because I've added it to my schedule. Once I've added a few things to my schedule, once I go to my schedule, they'll appear here in my schedule. This is also going to show any of the pending meetings that I may have. like Kenzie mentioned just a few minutes ago. So that's it for the event agenda. Kenzie, I think you're muted.
Of course I was. Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Melissa. So our very last tip is going to be really just to check back often. So we have more and more exhibitors joining the platform as the weeks go by. This platform is open for several months. So my biggest piece of advice to you would be to not just check in once or twice. Make sure you're checking in at least a couple times a week. If you can swing it, at least, maybe once a week if you could do it, because we are going to be, exhibitors are adding more and more products each and every day. And we are getting more and more exhibitors added to the platform every single day. So if you check, if the first time you log in, if you don't see anything that you love, that doesn't mean that a new exhibitor next week won't log in and upload products that could be your next bestseller for your store. So again, definitely check back as often as you can. Again, we're really excited about launching this platform, and we're open to any feedback you guys might have on how we can improve the platform, or if there are products that you are looking for that you're not seeing, let us know. I will show you our contact information on this slide here. So go ahead and take down myself and Melissa's email. If you ever have any questions at all, we are absolutely here to help. And if you aren't able to jot this down right now, it's also on the Marketplace website.
I will mention, thank you, Kenzie. I will mention that one of the things that's kind of important to do as a buyer is to go to the people who are interested in you. So what that means is, I'm just going to share my screen again. So when you're on your homepage, there's this little column called interested in you. These are all the people who have marked you as interested. And what happens is once you've marked someone as interested and they've marked you back as interested, you can chat with them. So it is important to come back and see the people who have expressed interest in you, because that's opening a channel for communication. You also have your connections here. I was just added to the platform, so I don't have anybody, but you should have people who are interested in you. So it's great to come back here and check this list often, because it's always changing.
Awesome, good point. Okay, great. Well, it doesn't look like we've gotten any questions, but again, like I said, if you have any questions in the future, go ahead and send myself or Melissa an email. And thank you so much for joining our webinar, and we're really excited to have you all be a part of the Marketplace. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.